Welcome to the first episode of Biz Focus. When I was told that I would be responsible for the first episode of Biz Focus, the first thought that came to my mind was shopping, especially offline shopping in brick and mortar shops. That's what I've been missed the most in the past 3 years. So a few months after the easing of COVID-19 controls in China, has there been a steady resurgence in offline shopping? Are people flocking back to shopping malls and convenience stores? I decided to find answers myself. Biz Focus, feeling China's economic pulse. I'm Zheng Jufeng. For shopping in Beijing, the most fashionable place to go is probably Sanlitun. A long queue outside of a bakery catches my eyes. I take the queue but quickly give up. But these two young ladies apparently think differently.
疫情也刚放开嘛，尤其大学生就都出来打卡，然后我觉得大家还是靠那些小红书、抖音上看那些推销，然后就来排队了。
This gentleman in a Burberry coat has shown some purchasing power.
品牌店或者是那种潮牌，能感受一下这个质量和这种氛围，购物氛围。
These two gentlemen look excited to be here, and they turned out to be employees of Beijing Universal Resort, where they say customers are also coming back to.
I mean, things in China have opened up later than in England and America for sure. But yeah, no, it's busy. Lots of people want to come and buy things and shop. So yeah, it's great. I feel like the economy is booming.
These two girls say they visit Sanlitun often and have seen a steady increase of people since January, but they understand that recovery cannot happen overnight.
这个经济肯定是慢慢复苏嘛，对，
因为疫情3年，不可能一下就能跟原来一样，但是我觉得应该还会，我觉得很快就会恢复到原来那样子。
Now it's time for me to do some shopping myself. It's something I miss badly. The manager here says the shopping crowd has returned, especially during holidays.
那我们客流也在春节开始迎来了一个大量的爆发。那同样延续到今年的情人节以及今年的3·8女神节，我们线下门店真的是接待了很多来自于全国的游客啊，当地的消费者。那么这样也很好的刺激到了我们现在销售的一个增长。
But maybe Sanlitun is too much of a well-known spot to fully gauge shopping trends. I decide to visit a community fruit shop to get a sense of what everyday people are doing. Of course, you can order online and have all these fruits delivered to your house, but it feels so different to be in an actual shop and see all these nice colors and smell the fragrance and have actually taste something in your mouth. It feels like the passion of life and makes you want to just buy more. The manager here says community shops are the most sensitive to consumer behavior.
像从整体的今年年后之后啊，像我们百货园整体的消费它是稳中上升，像我们这现在目前正常的销售的这个就是增长啊，基本上都在5个点左右。来客数它也是缓慢的在提升，基本上月环比啊都达到了基本上是在10%左右。
To get a clear picture of the offline shopping recovery throughout the country, trends in Beijing city alone is not enough. I also traveled to Hainan, the tropical island that is fast becoming a world-class shopping haven with an ambitious free trade port plan in the making. Biz Focus, feeling China's economic pulse. I'm Zheng Jufeng at Wanning, Hainan province, where the Wangfuji International Duty-Free Harbor City is officially open on April 9th. And you can see already customers are in the tens of thousands. Cosmetics, perfumes, jewelries, alcohol, you name it. Over 500 brands offer fine products to tourists from all over the country, all duty-free.
人可太多了，就是结账的排队特别长。
就是这里的服务员的态度特别的好，对，会主动的介绍优惠的折扣啊，然后包括产品的介绍啊，他们都介绍的非常的好，也非常的热情。
现在到海南来，肯定必须要留一天到免税店来消费。而且正好是赶上今天开业嘛，就是化妆品啊，都是跟我妈买，就他们发给我了，我就一个个的问就好了。
每次过来的话都会逛，因为也经常到这边来玩，因为这边的价格确实比我们四川那边要便宜很多，去专柜的话。
The general manager here says brick and mortar shopping is no longer just about buying goods. Services, social networking, dining, and other activities are also important experiences to lure customers to shop offline.
所以免税业一直被看作消费市场活力的一个晴雨表。我相信呢，那现在在整个免税整体行业的表现，包括海南离岛免税市场的这些消费的表现，也都代表了整个中国大的消费市场的这个复苏的迹象。
Hainan is transforming into a free trade port with zero tariffs to most imported goods by 2025. The move is expected to make Hainan the world's largest duty-free market in the next few years, offering unlimited opportunities for international brands.
那从品牌的角度来讲，他们一方面呢是更希望非常看好离岛免税这个市场，希望能够继续做大离岛免税。但是从供应链的体系，他们也更加在着眼于如何建立自己在海南的一些供应链的体系，更加适应未来2025年封关运作以后的发展。
Now, to understand more about China's offline consumption trends, we are joined by Sherri He, Managing Director for Greater China at Kearney, a consultancy firm, live for us from Shanghai. Thanks for joining us, Sherri. What are the reasons behind the quite stable but rather modest recovery in China's offline shopping in the first quarter of this year?
I would say the offline shopping recovery differed by segment, right? You see very strong recovery on travel-related consumption, and food and beverage pretty strong, FMCG pretty strong, but then as for durable goods, it's still negative. And also, according to a survey conducted by PBOC by end of quarter one, and yes, the consumption, like the saving preference of consumer has largely decreased compared to Q4 of 2022, which is a very high base. Yet, the consumer's preference towards investment, using this money, rather than using this money for consumption, actually is stronger. And the reason behind this is there are still room for the consumer's confidence to be further boosted. So whether consumers are confident, are fully confident on their full income level.
Right.
And then now the rather challenging, for example, employment situation, especially for younger people, is one of the examples driving this.
Right. What are your estimates for offline shopping in China for the rest of the year, and what policies should be put in place to boost offline shopping if consumer confidence is not good enough?
First of all, there are a lot of characteristics and the attractiveness of offline shopping, right, compared to online. And there are a lot of drivers other than post-COVID. For example, as we said, right, like offline shopping offers immersive experience, and you can touch, you can see, you can feel. And offline consumption is a representation of the high quality consumption. It's typically, right, you can get more premium product with better quality service. And also from economic perspective, for returners, offline shopping, you will see also more cost-effective traffic based on trust, based on word of mouth, versus for online, now you need to spend more and more for traffic attraction. So all those fundamentals for offline compared to online in terms of it could drive a much stronger recovery and rest of the year. Yet, this is not enough. From policy perspective, I think it's more important, we should put high priority for really enhance the confidence of consumer as well as cooperation, and so that to really enhance the offline consumption compared to short-term stimulus. And just to give you a sense, I think the statistic shows that the investment from SOE has been quite strong over the last months. the investment from the private sector, from the MNCs, is not as promising. There are a lot of great initiatives and attentions from the central government on boost the confidence of the private sector as well as for the MNCs, which need to be continued. Then eventually would say the confidence of those enterprises would enhance. Then you would say better job market, and then consumer would be more confident on their income level, which is the fundamental driver for the consumer confidence.
Right. What's your take on this? Some analysts say that a modest but stable shopping recovery could be news for long-term sustainable growth, and is better than fluctuations in demand, which could lead to investment loss for those retailers. What's your take?
I fully agree, and so the order recovery would not be overnight. It would take time. There are a lot of drivers you need to really enhance, and also from another perspective, right? Like a very too strong or too fast recovery could lead to, for example, inflation. And also could lead to, right, we say in many cases, cross sectors, if there is a strong booming in some sectors, there tends to be a lot of investment into that sectors. So from those perspectives, moderate, I would say also a stable recovery would actually lead to avoiding those type of risk.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. That's Sherri He, Managing Director at Kearney Greater China, joining for us in Shanghai. And that's the first episode of Biz Focus. I'm Zheng Junfeng. Hope you liked my report. Zhi Qian will continue to bring you more Biz Focus stories every Monday and Thursday.